Imagine this. For just 2 weeks, you stop walking. No morning strolls, no walks to the mailbox, no trips to the grocery store. It sounds harmless, even relaxing, right? But the truth is shocking. Your body, and especially your brain, begins to unravel in ways most people never expect. Muscles shrink, blood flow slows, balance suffers, memory falters, and your risk for serious health problems skyrockets, all in only 14 days. Most seniors believe a short period of rest is safe. Doctors often tell patients, take it easy, you deserve a break. But here's the hidden danger. Prolonged inactivity, even for 2 weeks, can trigger rapid declines that may take months to reverse. Today I'm going to reveal exactly what happens in your body and why it may change the way you think about movement forever. I'm Dr. Adrian Cole, and for over 2 decades, I've worked with older adults on mobility, circulation, brain health, and longevity. Studies from Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins University, and the American Journal of Medicine show that just 14 days of minimal movement can reduce leg muscle mass by up to 5%, decrease VO2 max, the body's oxygen capacity, by 10%, slow cognitive processing speed, and increase insulin resistance and inflammation. These aren't just numbers, they're warning signs your body sends when you stop moving. Before we dive into the countdown of consequences, I want to hear from you. How often do you walk each week? Do you notice stiffness, balance issues, or fatigue? What worries you most about losing mobility? Comment below. I read every response, and sharing your experience can help others feel seen and supported. Let's begin our countdown. From the early warning signs to the most shocking consequences of just 14 days without walking. Number 7. Muscle loss and weakness. The first and most obvious effect is muscle atrophy. Muscles are use it or lose it tissue. When you stop walking, your legs can begin to lose up to 5% of their mass in just 14 days. Think of muscles like a battery. If you don't recharge them with movement, they weaken. One patient, Linda, age 67, came to me after a 2-week bed rest following minor surgery. She noticed her legs felt like jelly when she stood. We introduced simple resistance exercises and short walks, and within a month she regained her strength. But the experience terrified her. Nutrition can amplify recovery. Adequate protein intake, paired with vitamin D and omega-3s, helps muscles rebuild faster. Next, we'll uncover how stopping walking affects something you might not even associate with movement: your brain. You might think your mind is safe while resting. Think again. So far we've learned that just 2 weeks without walking can begin shrinking muscle tissue and reducing strength. But what happens next is even more alarming, because the effects don't stop in your legs. They travel upward to your heart, your circulation, and even your brain. Number 6. Your brain receives less healthy blood flow. Most people think walking is exercise for the legs. In reality, walking is one of the most powerful activities for the brain. Every step helps pump oxygen-rich blood throughout the body, including to the organ that controls your memory, focus, and decision-making. When movement decreases, blood circulation often becomes less efficient. Think of blood vessels like highways. The more regularly traffic moves, the better the system functions. When traffic slows dramatically, problems begin to appear. Researchers studying healthy aging have found that regular physical activity is associated with better cognitive performance and healthier brain aging. That's because movement helps support circulation, glucose regulation, and cardiovascular function. One patient, Harold, age 74, noticed something strange after spending nearly 2 weeks indoors, recovering from a minor illness. He wasn't just weaker, he felt mentally slower. Words didn't come as quickly. Concentration felt harder. His body wasn't the only thing affected. His brain noticed the change too. The encouraging news: once he resumed daily walking, many of those symptoms gradually improved. But now let's talk about a problem millions of seniors fear, because inactivity affects much more than strength and memory. Number 5. Balance begins to decline. Balance isn't something most people think about until they lose it. Walking constantly trains the body's balance systems, your muscles, your joints, or your inner ear, your nervous system. They all work together with every step. When walking stops, that training stops too. Think of balance like a skill. If you stop practicing, performance declines. One study found that reduced physical activity may contribute to decreased stability and coordination in older adults. That matters because falls remain one of the leading causes of injury among seniors. And here's the shocking part. Many people don't notice the change immediately. They only realize something is wrong when they feel unsteady, they struggle on stairs, they catch themselves from falling. By then, the decline may already be underway. A story that changed everything. One patient named Patricia, age 71, stopped her daily walks during a particularly cold winter. At first, nothing seemed different. Then she noticed she hesitated when stepping off curbs. She felt less confident walking in crowded areas. Her fear grew, not because she had fallen, because she worried she might. When she resumed a structured walking routine, that confidence slowly returned. And confidence matters, because mobility isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's independence. It's freedom. Coming up next, the surprising effect inactivity has on blood sugar, why inflammation may rise after just 2 weeks, and the hidden cardiovascular change that shocks many seniors. Before we continue, ask yourself, if walking disappeared from your routine tomorrow, how much of your daily life would become harder? The answer may be more important than you think, and what happens next in the body may be even more surprising. We've explored muscle loss, brain circulation, and balance decline. Now we're moving into the middle of the list, the consequences that hit your internal systems hard, often without warning. Number 4, blood sugar regulation. Begins to falter. Walking isn't just good for your legs and brain, it's crucial for your metabolic health. When you move, muscles use glucose for energy. Stop walking, and glucose starts lingering longer in your bloodstream. Think of it as traffic piling up on a highway. The result, your body releases more insulin. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance, which many studies link to type 2 diabetes and even cognitive decline. Clinical studies from the University of California, San Francisco, and Harvard Medical School show that older adults who reduce physical activity for just 2 weeks experience measurable spikes in blood sugar. One patient, George, age 68, spent 14 days sedentary after knee surgery. By the end of the second week, his fasting blood sugar had increased by 15 milligrams per deciliter. He felt sluggish, mentally fuzzy, and slightly more anxious. When he returned to daily walking, paired with a balanced diet, his blood sugar normalized, and his focus improved dramatically. Number 3, inflammation rises. Reduced movement triggers a subtle but dangerous effect: inflammation. Inflammatory markers like CRP and IL-6 increase when muscles aren't used. Even a short period of inactivity can make joints stiff and circulation slower. Your body's immune system becomes more reactive. Why does this matter? Chronic inflammation is linked to heart disease, arthritis, and neurodegenerative conditions. Think of inflammation like a smouldering fire. Small at first, but persistent and unseen, it slowly damages tissues and blood vessels. One patient, Martha, age 72, noticed joint stiffness and mild swelling after just 10 days of minimal movement. She assumed it was normal aging, but it was inactivity-driven inflammation. By resuming daily walking and adding anti-inflammatory foods, like fatty fish, berries and nuts, she reduced stiffness and regained mobility. Number 2, circulation and heart function. Decline walking supports cardiovascular health by keeping blood vessels elastic and the heart pumping efficiently. After 14 days of inactivity, studies show resting heart rate may rise slightly and circulation efficiency decreases. Think of your circulatory system like a garden hose. If water isn't flowing regularly, it stagnates, pressure fluctuates, and the system loses resilience. Dr. Adrian has observed in clinic that older adults returning from bed rest may feel cold hands and feet, or notice mild swelling, early signals of impaired circulation. These changes are reversible, but only if movement resumes promptly. Coming up next, the number 1 shocking consequence of just 14 days without walking. A real-life story that illustrates how inactivity can quietly erode independence, and why regaining mobility quickly can protect memory, mood, and overall longevity. We've reached the number 1 consequence. If you've stayed with me this far, you've likely realised something important. Walking isn't just exercise, it's medicine. Not in a bottle, not in a prescription, but in the simple act of putting one foot in front of the other. When that movement disappears, the body notices remarkably fast. Number 1. Loss of independence. Can begin faster than most seniors realise. This consequence concerns me most, not because it's the most dramatic, but because it affects everything else. When muscle strength decreases, when balance becomes less reliable, when stamina declines, and when confidence fades, daily activities suddenly become harder. Getting out of a chair, walking upstairs, carrying groceries, playing with grandchildren, even walking across a parking lot. These tasks may seem small until they become difficult. Researchers studying aging consistently find that mobility is one of the strongest predictors of long-term independence. In simple language, the longer you can move well, the longer you're likely to maintain your freedom. That's why even a short period of inactivity deserves attention. The story of Robert. I once worked with a patient named Robert. He was 76 years old, independent, active, and proud of taking care of himself. After a minor illness, he spent nearly 2 weeks resting at home. He assumed he'd bounce right back, but when he tried returning to normal activities, he was shocked. He tired more easily. His legs felt weaker. His confidence had changed. The hardest part wasn't physical, it was emotional. He told me, "For the first time I felt older." That statement stayed with me, because what many seniors fear isn't aging itself. It's losing the ability to live life on their own terms. The good news? Robert started walking again. Slowly. Consistently. A few minutes each day, then a little more. Week by week, he rebuilt his strength, his endurance, and most importantly, his confidence. The real lesson. The lesson isn't that you should never rest. Rest is essential. Recovery matters. Healing matters. But extended inactivity should be approached carefully, especially after 60. The body adapts to movement. And it also adapts to the absence of movement. That's why even gentle activity can make such a difference. A short walk, a few extra steps, standing up more often. Simple actions repeated daily can help support muscle strength, circulation, brain health, blood sugar control, joint mobility, balance, and independence. A final message from Dr. Adrian Cole. If you're over 50, 60, 70, or beyond, I want you to remember something. Your future isn't determined by your birthday. It's influenced by your habits. Every walk matters. Every step matters. Every day you choose movement, you're sending a message to your body. Stay strong, stay capable, stay engaged. Healthy aging isn't about running marathons. It's not about perfection. It's about preserving the ability to do the things that give life meaning. To visit family, travel, garden, dance, play with grandchildren, or simply enjoy a walk on a beautiful morning. Those moments are priceless, and mobility helps protect them. So if you've stopped walking recently, don't be discouraged. Start where you are. Take one step, then another. Progress doesn't happen all at once. It happens one walk at a time. Now I'd love to hear from you. How old are you, and what's the longest you've gone without walking regularly? Leave your answer in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, subscribe and join our growing community focused on healthy aging, mobility, circulation, longevity, and wellness after 50. And don't miss our next video. Doctor reveals 7 signs. Your legs are aging faster than the rest of your body. Until next time, I'm Dr. Adrian Cole. Stay active, stay strong, and remember, the ability to walk is one of the greatest gifts your body has. Protect it every day.